Can I tell you something? Becoming the change that you aspire to is so much harder than it sounds. I have been trying this week to show up with the identity of an influencer or a social media content creator. I'm obviously building in my life coaching, business ideas, but it just feels so awkward. It still feels clunky and cringy and just a challenge. So if you're building something new and stepping into that new identity and feeling this awkward, I'm here just to say I think it's part of the process, or it is part of the process. I think it's like buying a fabulous new pair of shoes. They're, a stunning pair. I'm thinking, I don't know if you know the brand, but there is a brand that's called Irregular Choice, and they're just creative and beautiful, and they're most of them have got like heels are decorated as well. They're just fabulous shoes. And I'm guessing it's a little bit like putting on a pair of fabulous shoes that haven't yet broken in. So they're a little bit tight and they just need walking in to get them comfortable for you. And I'm trying to visualize that that's what's happening at the moment. It's fabulous, but because it's new, they're a little bit tight and they just need the steps walked to become comfortable and feel like they're authentically part of me. It's different because all of the last series was around habits and actions and creating the change and working towards the goals that you'd set out to want to achieve. But for this series, it is definitely more about being the change and embodying that new way that you want to show up. So I suppose it's still about doing the reps. I will say this week, I've done my best. There's been highs and lows. That was sort of a high as well. So I did go, I think it might still be on the channel. I went to Home Life and You last year. This year I have applied, and again, this is all in that stretch area where I wanted to step into that world of creator-led people. And so I'd applied because it come up to be part of the network, and I got in, and I was like, that's all little steps. I think that goes back to what do you want to achieve? What's the next first step? So I was doing all of the actions, and this week I went on to an online networking event, which was lovely. The women in the group, the women in the group are fantastic, super supportive. Quite a lot of them are entrepreneurial, running their own business, self-employed types, and that's nice to be around. I am inspired by all of that positive energy. But we had a breakout session, and I was with somebody and we was chatting about what we do, and I explained what my day job was, and she said to me, "Also, are you a content creator like a lot of the other people in the group?" And I was like, "Not really. I'm doing it because I like it," which I do. I like the creativity of it. I'm like, it's not something that I'm necessarily pushing towards. And literally as I was saying it, I'm thinking, why have I not just said, yes, it's something that I'm trying to build? Like, that would be, it wasn't like a pressured scenario. It wasn't like there was loads of people there. I was having a one-on-one conversation with somebody and still couldn't find my voice, which I thought was quite interesting because, as I said, I was, even as I was saying it, I was like, what? And then afterwards, I was thinking about reflecting back and thinking, I missed a trick there that I could have practiced and I didn't. The fear of saying it out loud again caused me to shrink back and be like, oh, it's, I'm just playing, and I really like downplay it. Whereas it was a really good opportunity for me to own it and be like, of course, this is something I'm really working towards. It's something that I ideally would like to achieve for the future. I could have said any of them things and I didn't. So, my bad. it's definitely a work in progress. The other thing that happened was I'm a member of a different group, and for lots of different reasons, the person who usually chairs the meeting wasn't there. And so literally the night before, that I was contacted to say, would I host? And again, there was a bit of me that was like that's a bit of a challenge, not something I'm prepared for, not something that would come naturally to me. But in this new version of me that's trying to embrace change, embrace personal development and take up the opportunities when they're presented to me, I did say yes and I made it work, and I think it went really well. I managed a whole sort of 2-hour event. I'd created some like breakout sessions and talking points, and I think it went really well. Everyone seemed really engaged and was smiling, and nobody left early. So that was a good sign. So yeah, it's been a mixed week again, but definitely I've got to keep walking in those shoes because they're not yet comfortable, and I need to keep an eye out for opportunities where I can show up and develop my becoming of the person that I want to be. I definitely need to keep practicing showing up in this new way and embracing the changes that I want to achieve. I will say though, I'm not trying to be somebody completely different. Like, I'm always going to be me and show up authentically. I think it is just more that I have more to do in the whole reps and taking advantage of the opportunities to own the changes that I'm trying to become. There's a lot more that I need to do to show up consistently in this new way. And it's not like I am trying to become somebody completely different. Like, I feel like it's always going to be me that shows up. I just want it to be me with fabulous shoes that are comfortable. Anyway, hopefully some of this will resonate with you if you are looking, or if you're following along and you've got your own personal development journey that you're on, or midlife shifts that are happening. I'd love for you to stick with me. So I think, as always, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Give me a thumbs up and do chat in the comments. No one's chatting in the comments anymore. I'm guessing no one's getting all the way through to the end of the videos, and I'm talking into the ether, but it's still good practice for me. So yes, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.